Hey, what's up? Terry Ellison for Gen Y Television, and today I have a little something for you that I think you're gonna like, okay? And my friends actually got me talking about this weekend, and it's a pretty funny story actually, but it has a underlying message that I think just about every entrepreneur and every marketer online, offline, wherever they may be, faces at some point. And it's one of the biggest thwarts of success that there is out there. And we're going to be talking about inaction. All right, so what happened was back in high school, my mom, she was a high school counselor. And, she really pushed me academically, even though I really didn't like to study a lot. Grades, I'm not a valedictorian or I don't have those type of smarts or anything, but I always made good grades, always made straight A's. And my mom came up to me one day, I think it was either my freshman or my sophomore year or something like that, and she was like, hey, you should try and graduate with honors. It's only 4 or 5 more classes that are a little bit harder. You're going to have to study, but I think you can do it. And it'll look good on your transcript and whatever. I said, and so I said, okay, why not? I have a lot of confidence. You tell me you should do something, or you tell me I can't do something, and I'm going to prove to you I just believe I can do it. That's just one of the qualities I have, and you should have it as well, because you can do anything you put your mind to, all right? Most everything. You can't really play in a Super Bowl or anything like that, probably. All right, but I'm getting off track. So here we go. Around I think this was actually my senior year in high school, I had a physics class, all right? Now, me and one of my best friends were in this class with the whole top 10% of my grade. Like, not top 10%, like top 10, the top 1 through 10. And so we're in there with all these brilliant kids, and I think, one is a physician now, and 2 are engineers, and one is a freaking has a Spanish PhD to teach Spanish at a university. So brilliant kids. And me and my friends, we're just these, athletes in there looking to have a good time and hang out and make good grades. Well, we had this teacher, his name was Mr. Vaught, and he was real tall. He was like 6'4", probably 250, big guy, and just always happy, always smiling. He was one of the most laid back people I'd ever seen in my life, And so he recognized that my friend Brandon and I, we clearly weren't one of the brainiacs in the class. And so, but he liked sports a lot, so he would always buddy up with us. Well, about a third of our grade in that class was this major project that he wanted us to take on, and it was to build a bridge out of popsicle sticks and glue. And what was going to happen, he was going to take them to this big state science fair. I think it was actually during the Texas State Fair. And so this thing took, it took a couple of weeks, because we didn't go to class but like twice a week, And so obviously VA and I, my friend Brandon, we teamed up, and we're like, we're going to make the best bridge that there is. Even though we're no engineer, we don't know how to build a bridge, but we're going to do it. And so every day, pretty much most of the class, we would mess around and flirt with girls and talk to Mr. Vaughn, and we would build our bridge. That we would scheme, how to build our bridge, and we would watch as the smarter kids, they were building their bridge a certain way, and I kept telling, Brandon, hey, we need to build our bridge more elongated and flat and put double, that's boring stuff. It doesn't matter. Anyway, our bridge looked much different than everyone else's. So the time came to go to the fair, and our teacher took them there over the weekend. Comes back, I think we had class on a Tuesday, and so we didn't get to see him Monday. So Tuesday we go to class, and he just has this huge grin on his face the whole time, right? And we're like, we can't wait to figure out what place everyone got. And this guy, Mr. Vaught, he actually had all the other science teachers come to this room during our period and like bring all their kids in there too. So it was like this big scene of like a couple hundred kids in there. And so he starts counting down. He says, we had great success this weekend at the fair, and I think there were over 1,500 bridges, and they were putting them in this pressurized contraption, and then they were squeezing them to see how much force these bridges could take, right? And or maybe it was this way. I don't remember. But anyway, so that's how they were judging whose bridge was the best. And so he starts calling off. I think just about everyone in our class got in the top couple of hundred, 200, 300. But then he gets down and he has a huge smile and he says, but one bridge in particular did exceptionally well. And I could not be more proud of these two students as I watched them over the month persevere and not totally, they may not be the smartest valedictorian in the class, but they built their bridge and they had passion for it. And guess what? They ended up getting in the top 10 out of over 1,500 bridges in the state of Texas. I would like to congratulate, and we got to name our bridges, and so we combined our last names, Ellison and McDaniel. We called it L. Daniel. And he goes, I'd love to congratulate the bridge, L. Daniel, and Terry and Brandon for getting, we got like 5th place in the whole thing. And we're like, yeah, we're all fired up and jumping around and happy. And the moral of that story is just take action. Just get in the game. It doesn't matter if you know everything. It doesn't matter if you know if you're the smartest in the room or even the best. Just take action. We didn't know how to build a freaking bridge. I grew up riding four-wheelers, and we had built a few bridges in the woods to go over, little creeks. And we used some of our skills from that. But we were no engineers. We're no physics masters and whatnot. And we beat everyone. We smoked everyone in our class, and they couldn't believe it, and it was great. It was hilarious. And those girls and guys, those smart top 10, they're just shaking their head like, these guys sit over there and laugh all class, and they just smoke us. You got to get in the game. I remember when I first started out on the internet and I started my blog. Man, I had no clue how to write. I just started writing like I taught. I just started writing blog posts. And I left a bunch of my earliest blogs up, and I was just talking about positive stuff. I was just talking about my family and going out and having fun. But I got better, and I got better. And here, years later, I'm a much better blogger. I'll tell you another really quick story. I just launched a postcard campaign. And I've never launched a postcard campaign for internet marketing. I had for real estate investing, and that worked quite well. And so I took what I learned in real estate investing. I don't know everything. I have no clue. I've never tested anything. But I put some money up, not a lot, just a test market, 300 leads. And I mailed some postcards. But first, I designed my postcard and I always have my mom and my sister, I always have them review it first because they'll just tell me, they'll be honest if they like it or not. And they both told me, actually my sister, we tweaked it 3 times until she liked it. And my mom, she said the same thing on the final postcard, the winner. She said the same thing that my sister said on the first one. She said, there's too much wording on it, and it doesn't grab my attention, and yada yada. And I said, man, I designed this after a Gary Halbert postcard campaign that brought in $6 million in sales. I know this postcard design is going to work. And so what I do? Well, I didn't know, but what I do? I took action, just like you're going to have to do. And not 1 week later, my postcards hit about a week ago. I already have get this, I already have a 15% opt-in rate. That's as good as you shoot for on the internet. Had I not taken action, I wouldn't have known. Had I kept tweaking it and kept tweaking it and never launched, I would have 15% less leads than I do now. And so that's my main message to you tonight. Just get in the game, whatever it is. You may suck. Just do it and get better. Practice and get better. All right, guys? I hope you found value in this message tonight. And I hope you have a great week and a great month of marketing. Let's finish out strong. This is Terry Ellison for Gen Y Marketing saying peace out. And if you haven't checked the blog lately, go there. GenYMovement.com. I've added a lot of new stuff on there. Go and check it out. All right, guys. Peace.